How did they nerf bites? I'm talking like 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. Bites used to be like every single zombie encounter you would end up with an infected bite. That it was terrible. That hasn't been a thing for a very long time. She might have got me. She might have seen me. Nope. Another minute and a half on my coffee. Let's keep drilling. We're here. Oh, it still is really easy to make. I'm just poking fun at the whole meta of everything needing proficiencies now, and some of the stuff you have to make takes like 6 proficiencies and a dozen different items, and it's just getting crazier and crazier. But now, the old knife spear back in the day was great because it was cheap and easy to make, pretty effective, had the reach attack so you didn't have to stand next to zombies, which was stupid important because every single zombie that attacked you could give you a bite wound. The big change they made at the same time they quote-unquote nerfed the knife spear meta was that they changed it so only while you were successfully grabbed by a zombie could they inflict a deep bite wound, which was huge. Because before that, the zombie just scratches you with their fingernail with an attack, you get a bite wound. Zombie kicks you, you get a bite wound. Zombie kind of glances coyly in your direction from a few feet away, you get a bite wound. It was just constant bite wounds. So once they changed it so they had to grab you, and then they could inflict a bite wound, it vastly changed the whole situation so that it made reach attacks and staying 2 spaces distant from zombies no longer an absolute requirement to staying alive. You could get in there and actually melee with them with the martial arts and all the other weapon styles as long as you kept an eye on and managed the grab status. So it made everything else more viable, just that one change, and it removed reach attacks as being the all-important metric in combat. And that's how the knife spear kind of died. Then later they nerfed it again and they gave it the flimsy tag and made it harder to craft and just less good overall, and it's a terrible weapon. Honestly, it's a terrible weapon. It's compared to almost all other weapons, it's a terrible weapon. Its only advantage was you could make it early, and it had reach attack. So for newer players, it was kind of great because they could maintain the distance, and they could poke a zombie and move, poke a zombie and move. But it's a terribly inefficient weapon. So, you know, learn the mechanics and just slaughter zombies en masse. Way faster with other weapons and not be in that much more danger. But it takes learning and knowledge and understanding of the combat mechanics, the movement mechanics, the stamina mechanics, just so many mechanics. But once you knew those things, other weapons were so much more effective than the knife spear. So there you go, chatting about Cataclysm while we mine in 7 Days to Die. I hear you, Missy. You gonna drop in on me? Wasting the last of my coffee. Yeah, we're gonna have to bug out, I think. Yep. Alright, who we got? No radiateds or anything like that? Couple ferals. Lots of ferals. Alright. Whoops. Falling down in the other hole. Let's go turn in our tier 4, get ready, and head down to the winter area. Whoa! I was watching ahead for the merchant. Didn't realize I was about to drive into my mining hole. That's always it's always fun when I do stuff like that. Hey, hey.
Comes well earned, traveler, well earned.
I think I'll take the $1,000.
Thanks anyways. You be careful out there.
Infested party house.
I have a task for you, friend. God bless you.
Yeah, Pat's Gas Plaza's good enough. Well, we better get moving. I'm gonna be late for the party. All right, I need to get the come here, you. Don't have enough grenades. Don't have enough time to make any. Alright, let's make sure we have a little bit of a few of these. All of the Mega Crush. 10 beer will be plenty. Am I out of recog, or did I put them in the... Oh, nope, there they are. What else? We got first aid kits. One extra set of bandages and some antibiotics. Alright, done. Don't need to worry about you. Or you, or you, or you. Alright, we gotta get moving. Take me to Bob. What's a good weapon in CDA doesn't require a bunch of stuff? I mean, you got to narrow your questions down, man. So the absolute I mean, I've been answering questions about Cataclysm and doing tutorials and demonstrations and university series and so on for 6 years. And the most common answer I give to the questions I get from quote-unquote new players or people that haven't played it tons and tons, my most common answer is, well, it depends. Because the game is so big, so broad, and has so much stuff in it nowadays, there are too many variations, circumstances, alternatives, options. It's just all circumstantial. I mean, when you ask me what's the best weapon, I have to ask like a dozen questions to narrow things down. The best weapon against what? Best weapon in what regard? Damage, stamina, management, piercing attack, blunt attack, against what kind of an opponent? Small ones that have super dodge, large lumbering ones like Hulks. There's just too many things. There's no, here is the one weapon to rule them all that doesn't require, you know, huge amount of proficiencies and crafting time and so on. If you want that kind of simplistic gameplay, look elsewhere. Cataclysm's not the place for you. So, I mean, some early weapons that are extremely handy and don't require any crafting, you can get very quickly and easily, is Combat Knife. Combat Knife is one of the absolute best weapons in the game, period, even after recent changes. It's still a very, very superior weapon. Baseball bat, pretty easy to get a hold of and is an excellent weapon. Fire axe, excellent weapon, pretty easy to get a hold of. Lots of stuff just laying around that doesn't require you to do nothing but, you know where they're at. But, yeah, I mean, it's Cataclysm these days, there are, God, I wouldn't be surprised if we had hundreds, if not 1,000 different weapons in the game. I mean, everybody and their neighbor is jumping in with every single piece of historical weaponry in every single category that has ever existed. And some that probably haven't existed. It's all modeled in Cataclysm now. And there's a big problem with that, and I talk about it fairly often. It's oversaturated with crap now, and they're all crammed into the small, tiny numbering system. I actually want to go down there. They're all crammed into this tiny, tiny numbering system that wasn't intended to hold 10,000 different items of any distinction. I mean, it's hard to make a difference between weapons nowadays because there's so many of them crammed within these small number sets. But, yeah, I can't answer questions like that. It's too broad. It's too ambiguous. It's too wrong. I mean, I tell somebody, oh, we'll use this. It's great. They then go use it against the absolute wrong kind of opponent, get wrecked, and then they come back to me and say, you told me it was this and that. I'm like, you used it wrong against the wrong thing at the wrong time. 3 wrongs. So I can't just tell people, oh, we'll use this. I have to tell them well, use this in this circumstance against these opponents, but don't ever use it against this thing, or those 4 things, or, you know, that thing over there. So, it's so hard to answer questions about Cataclysm. There's so much to it. Anybody wondering what the hell I'm talking about? It's a game called Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Completely free to play, download, have fun with. Doesn't cost you a single penny. It's all community developed. And it's an awesome game, but it is brutal, unforgiving, and very complicated. So if you want a super deep, super big, super complicated game, you got to put up with a super big, super deep, super complicated control scheme and your total lack of knowledge at the beginning. So it has a learning cliff. It is a cliff that leans towards you. It's a really bad cliff that leans outward and you have to climb it. And yeah, good luck. 2133, we made it. We're here. I'm not trying to poke fun, but, you know, efficient against the basic zombies. But there's problems with that question, too, because it's not just the weapon that's in consideration. I also have to know what kind of character you have. If you have a 4 strength character, I'm not going to tell you to use a great axe. If you have a 4 strength character, you can't use certain bows. I mean, your character build, what skills, what traits, what martial arts, all of that factors in as well. I mean, if I hand you a combat knife and give you a particular martial art, you're gonna slaughter the vast majority of the early game zombies with little effort. It's knowing the combinations of things that leverage upon each other to give extended, multiplied benefits that is part of the big strategy and challenge and fun of character metas and build metas and weapon metas. So again, it's not, here's one weapon, go use it. It's, here's one weapon tailored to your character, his stats, abilities, traits, perks, mutations, bionics, whatever. Going into this environment that contains these types of enemies. In those combinations of circumstances, you'll wipe the place out. Take it to the wrong place, you get wiped out. Use it on the wrong character, you get wiped out. Just, I am cursed with knowledge. I am cursed with knowledge in Cataclysm. And it drives me crazy sometimes trying to answer questions. Because unfortunately, a lot of the newer players, they don't know that they're asking something that really is hard to answer. It sounds like a simple question. What's the best weapon? Easy. Simple question. Very, very complicated answer. All right. Enough Cataclysm talk. I need to focus. I gotta focus. I gotta stay alive here. We're playing permadeath 7 days to die. During a blood moon. I don't have a base. How often do you have video game dreams? You presuppose I actually sleep. Have you seen my streaming schedule over the last few weeks? Where within that vast panoply of me streaming do you imagine I have slept? Silly, silly people. I'm streaming for the Euros. I'm streaming for, you know, Southeast Asia. I'm streaming for the Pacific. All right. So what do we got here? We got 22 minutes in game. That's not long. I need to move my bike. I don't want my bike in the middle of the road. Come here, bike. Let's put you over here. I probably won't do much right here. We'll go stand in the middle of the road. Okay, so Mega Crush, bit of recog. Let's get you and you fixed up. I forgot to bring my warm clothes again, as I always do. What's my food water situation? We're pretty topped up. You don't want none of this, Mr. Zombie. Not even a little bit. Get out of here. Alright, so for anybody that doesn't know, the Blood Moon is about to start in 4 minutes. What happens is a huge 64 horde of zombies are going to appear around me and start chasing me down and trying to kill me. I do not have a horde base. I don't have a defensive location set up. I'm helpless, sitting here in the middle of the street, and we're gonna survive it. I'll try to get as much XP as I can, but I've termed this my parkour blood moons, and we're just going to run around and try to kill zombies and have a good time. Why are you not building farm tower? What is farm tower? Oh, you mean a tower to farm the zombies? We're doing that. We're just doing it over in the wasteland, and it's a work in progress. I'm not doing it in any other place because it's a waste of my time. The problem here is I've already hit the end of the progression system. I've got all the magazines, I've got all the gear, I've got all the weapons, I've got all the mods, I've got all the stuff. So there's nothing really for me to do other than try the hardest stuff. This is not the hardest stuff. This is the, I'm not ready for the hardest stuff, so I'm doing this part. So we're just tooling around in the winter area for now, getting a little bit of XP. But yeah, we're working on getting a base built over in the wasteland so we can try Wasteland Blood Moon Horde Management. And then we're trying to finish off running our missions over there so we can do a tier 5 infested mission in the wasteland. Those are my 2 end conditions for the challenge. If I can get both of those done, then we're finished and we'll start a brand new one. Yeah, I enjoy the parkour blood moons more so than I enjoy just standing in place and pressing right click. So I could set up a farm base in the other zones. I just don't want to. I'm having fun running around in the parkour blood moons. It's a little more actiony, a little more exciting. And it's still a little bit dangerous. I could still get killed out here. If they get a lucky stun on me, because I don't have the stun immunity yet. So if they get a lucky stun on me, I could still die. But yeah, it's better than just standing behind a concrete bars and right-clicking or firing my gun in a straight line for 4 or 8 hours of game time. So, you know, there's reasons. Before we kick this off, though, I need to step away from the computer for just a couple minutes, get a drink of water, and stretch a bit, and then we will continue our parkour blood moon. Be back with you here in just a few. Okay, I have returned. All right. As a fellow crusty old guy, Wizardry, Ultimate, or Might and Magic? Might and Magic came way after the other two. I wouldn't consider that in the group. Wizardry or Ultima? So if I say Tilto weight, do you know what I'm talking about, you crusty old guy? What is Tilto weight? That's my preference. What is it? Which one? One of my well, not one of my earliest, but one of my favorite gaming memories is Ultima 1. Was it 1? Was it 2? I forget if it was 1 or 2. Probably 1, but maybe 2. I can't remember. Back when I was a wee lad, I had to go to school, so I would start up my game of Ultima, and I would park my land speeder just outside the castle, a few spaces into the ocean. I would turn on my auto-firing lasers. Then I would take my lead beholder miniature from Dungeons & Dragons, and I would flip it upside down, and I'd set it on top of the F key, the fire key, to fire my lasers continuously. And then I would go to school. And then when I came back from school, my firing lasers in my land speeder for 8 hours that I was at school would be farming sea serpents that would be attacking my land speeder, and I would just be accumulating money the entire time because it auto-looted. So I'd come back to big, huge piles of cash every time. It was awesome. My first scripting. I was a script kiddie. And, yeah. I never got to Ultima 8. I finally piled out of that game system around 4 or 5. I never made it farther than that. But yeah, those are later stage games for me. I mean, I came up way back, way back, long before those games came out. All right, we better get to playing some 7 Days to Die. The non-crusty old gamers and non-CDD players are getting grumpy. Okay, so the trick here is... The trick here is Mega Crush. Mega Crush is what's going to make this work. Here they come! I'm in danger! Come to me, zombies! I do not fear you, for I am surging with the power of the Mega Crush. I hear you, birdies. I hear you. Where are you? I don't want to mess with the acid birds. Okay. Alright, you. Damn it. I kept missing him. Did we get him? We got him. We got the first one anyway. Alright. Here comes another one. Hey, zombies! Group up, everybody. Nah, not enough. $400? Blah. We should get more XP than that. Let's try to bring them over this wall right here. $2,400. That's a little better. Still not getting them tight enough packed, though. Hey, no knocking on me. Well, only 1,200. Alright, let's bring out the big gun. Let's find a nice clean line we can use to get these guys lined up. See how much pass-through damage we can get. Parkour! Stop with the zag-zigging! Damn zag-zigging's annoying. Oh, see, that's the kind of group I need right over there. 4,000! That's better. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? Ah, yeah, that's a pretty bad one. Okay. Reload time. Apparently it's hard to parkour when jumping over a fence while reloading. I need to get them grouped up again. They're all scattered. Here I am! Come on, silly zombies. I'm over here. Alright, time for some recog. And we'll really light them up. Whoops. Forgot to light that one. I'm getting a little too close. Let's get away from the bike. Oh, I got an abrasion. Some of these guys are just so much faster than the others. Uh-oh, there's the stun! No! That's what I fear. I fear the stun. Can't even take 5 seconds to repair. What are we down to? 5:33. Just after midnight. 12 grenades. Alright, let's try to group them up for another grenade hit. Detonator! Come on, guys. Get grouped up. Oops. Reload. I'm going through too many bullets on this stuff. I need these later. It's hard to replace this stuff now. Whoa! Well, now I got the bug. Two o'clock, huh? Starting to run out of offensive options here. Damn it! Walked right into that cop hit. I gotta not let them hit me anymore. Well, I got criticals. Let's go up. God dang it. I keep getting tagged by those cops. I wander right into their shots. I'm also running a little low on a few things here. Whoops. It's always the guys coming in from the sides that cause problems. Hey! Ah, damn it. The stupid cop again. It's the armless, legless cop. It keeps getting me. Alright. Just about done. I love how they spit in like 3 different arcs. A lot of weird stuff. Okay. Just taking a look through chat. All right. We'll head back, scoop up. I think I left one loot bag. Yeah, a couple. Yeah, I had to eventually just stop. I was going to run out of bullets. I already spent way too many for what we got out of that. Looks like I either grabbed them or they all despawned. Alright, let's head home. Reset things one more time, and then we're back to the wasteland. I think maybe it's time to do Forgotten Elixir. Recover those 5 points out of intelligence. And 1 out of, I think it was just 1 out of perception. That would speed up my getting the last few fortitude ones I need. I don't really need the time or cost savings on the workshop stuff from the workbench skill, and the salvaging we're not really doing much of anymore either. So getting those points into fortitude to finish off the last couple important things might be the wise route to go. That's right, I gotta make that one run back over to the desert also. We're not quite gonna have enough gas to finish this one out, I don't think. One more shale run, and that'll get us everything we need. Whoops.
Trader Joel's is now open.
Good timing, Trader Joel. Ouch. Put a big hurt on my ammo supply. What, you don't think I should sell it? All right. Doo-doo-doo.